Thank you so much for coming. My name is Beth Reynolds, and I'm the Economic Development Director and Director of Community Outreach for the town of Ashland. I have had the pleasure of working with this fine gentleman here for many, many years in my career here in Ashland. And this is a fun one for sure, although everything you do, Steve, is fun. So we got Dulce Leche in here, we got Dr. Greens, we have Zeta Fencing, Tower Pickle Ball. I mean, it's really quite something. This building has seen a huge transformation, and we're so grateful. So my role here in town, for those of you that don't know me and what I do, is to support our business community. I like to attract new businesses, and I really love keeping businesses here in town. So when we get to do a ribbon cutting like this and give everyone that has put so much time, effort, money, love into buildings like this, to show them this kind of outreach and this pouring of support is great, and it's my favorite part of my job. So I thank you all for being here today. I am going to kind of pass the torch over here a little bit from person to person, starting with our town manager, Michael Herbert.
Thanks, Beth. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good. So it's so great to be here finally at the pickleball courts here in Ashland. I've never heard of pickleball before. I'm just joking. You know, pickleball. Is it still the fastest growing sport in America? Yeah, and you know, I thought it was relatively new, but I was talking to somebody who's an aficionado of this. Actually, it might have been Tony and Helen. You, I think, like pickleball a little bit, I've heard. But you know, pickleball started, I think, in the '60s in Bellevue, Washington. I think so. It was in Washington, some island in Washington, so it wasn't Bellevue. But anyways, just so interesting how a sport can kind of go and kind of get started and kind of stay underground for a while, and then all of a sudden it explodes. And again, it becomes the fastest growing sport in America. And so we're so lucky to have pickleball courts here in Ashland that's not owned by Framingham State. So we love all pickleball courts in Ashland. That was a joke, folks. Sorry, any of it, you know, if President Nimi's here, or well, I was about to say Dale, you know, apologies. But in any case, what a remarkable transformation of this space here. And then also, what a remarkable transformation of this building. I was asking Steve, I was like, you know, you had a vision for this building, right? He's like, yeah, kind of. Let me tell you, you don't transform a building that was in the condition that it was in 10 years ago without vision, without persistence, without creativity, and without being able to get a whole bunch of business partners together and being able to kind of be the leader and basically develop that vision that inspires people and gets them on board. And Steve, you've done that. You and your partners have done that just to the nth degree. I mean, I remember when I came to town just what this building looked like and just what this building was. And to see how it has transformed over the decade is just remarkable. And in a lot of ways, it mirrors what Ashland has transformed into over the last 10 years. Those of you that have been in town know what we've done collectively to this town. And again, it just kind of mirrors the trajectory that Steve and this building have gone through. So, Steve, congratulations to everything, to you and to everything that you've accomplished. We're so glad you're doing it in Ashland, though, and look forward.
I don't live here anymore.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything about that, but since you brought it up, just joking. No, and I just thank you. I want to thank everybody here who helped make this possible. Again, all the way from 10 years ago to now. It took a lot of people rowing in the same direction. Beth obviously is at the center of all of our business activity, and you just look across the street at the old Dairy Queen and seeing that happening, and it's just great to be here, great to see you all here, and great for you all to be a part of it. So Actually, that's a good opportunity to introduce some of our select board members that I see here in attendance who played a big role here. I see Claudia, you're hiding in the back. And back here, Claudia Bennett, Yolanda Greaves, our chair, Brady Kinsman, our vice chair. I don't see Joe or Makita here, but they were certainly involved. But thank you for everything that you do in town, including support businesses like this. So without further ado, Beth, do you want me to turn it over to you, or do you want me to turn it over to Susan?
No, Representative Roosevelt first.
Okay.
Or I stand a few steps behind you.
All right. Well, I will get in the middle of them, and I will now introduce Representative Jack Lewis.
I was hoping for more time to dry off, but thank you so much.
Well, I can talk some more,
While I lettered in marching band, it may be a surprise to you, I'm not an athlete, and that was a lot. I've never played pickleball before, and when it was described to me, it was described as tennis, but less difficult on the joints, I think was the person. They were lying. I have no idea what they were talking about, because I feel gross. But alive. I feel alive. I should come back into it. There's also signature cocktails, which may be the real reason I come back, to be honest. I am so excited to bring a citation. I know Susan has one from the Senate President as well, celebrating this grand opening. Here, signed by myself, the Ashland State Rep, and the Speaker of the House. I hear about pickleball from constituents all the time. Typically it's good things, like we need more pickleball courts. I was sharing, I think with Beth beforehand, there's a park in Framingham where the people play it too loudly and the neighbors complain, and so I'm gonna send them here. The complaining neighbors to the bar, but the pickleball players to play. But no, really excited and happy to have been able to give it a try myself. I'll just read a part of the citation. Be it hereby known to all, the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Clock Tower Pickleball in recognition of your grand opening. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Signed this March 19th, 2025. Congratulations.
Representing Senate President Karen Spilka, Ashland native. I just saw her when I was leaving the State House. She was going into some sort of glum meeting, and she looked especially jealous that I was going to be here because she knew I'd be in a place that was celebratory and so supportive. So she did have this citation made up, asked me to read it to you from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate official citation. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Clock Tower Pickleball in recognition of the joyous occasion of your ribbon cutting, and it's filed and signed by multiple people, including Senator Spilka. Thank you.
All right, two more. Adam. Oh, there you are. There you go. Adam from the Ashland Businesses, President of the Ashland Businesses.
Steve, congratulations. Adam Sachs, Ashland Business Association. Congratulations to you, your partners, Mike, Tim, Eric, Phil, and Eric. If I said Eric twice, I apologize.
You should say it twice. He's our colleague. He's the best.
I've been a tennis player since I was like 5 years old. I love tennis, and I've been sort of holding back. And I'm excited that today was the first day I actually played pickleball. Kathy, raise your hand, Kathy. Kathy knows the rules of pickleball. She was my partner and gave me some instructions. Very exciting. I printed out actually on your website all the rules. So
We have rules.
kitchen, ball has bounced twice, back and forth, so that's great. So on behalf of the board, I'd like to introduce some of our board members: Sandy Montesino, Peter Weisgerber, Bill Gaff, Beth Reynolds. Ashland Business Association is really geared to help create visibility for our businesses here in town, create a healthy business environment. Ultimately, we also give back to the community in various ways, certainly giving scholarships to Ashland High School seniors that exemplify community service. We're very excited to have a speed networking event next Tuesday at Bagel Table. All are welcome to attend. Ultimately, this is just really exciting to have a great business like this here in town. And we have a little certificate of recognition. This certificate of recognition is awarded to Tower Pickle Ball in honor of their official ribbon cutting. On this day, the Ashland Business Association extends its best wishes for continued success. Welcome to Ashland. Thank you.
Perfect. And then one last, Yolanda, if you want to just speak on behalf of the board, that'd be great. Sure.
Congratulations. I'm Yolanda Greaves. I'm the current chair of the Ashland Select Board. I say that because we rotate every year and people walk up to me and go, "Are you still chair?" And I, yeah, now I am. But in a few months I will be. It's always great to see the work that Beth and Michael and the rest of our town staff do to support businesses like this. I tell this quick story that my husband's first time here in Ashland was probably in like 1982 or 1983, somewhere around there. He actually came into this building and put in a theater, like lights and stuff for a theater. And he went to Dairy Queen. So to Michael's comment, the transformation that Steve and his team, because it's always a team, it's never one person, that has done to this building and the businesses that have come here into Ashland that are transforming our town and making people want to live here and be here and become community members is what really makes Ashland, Ashland. So thank you all for being here. Congratulations, Stephen. Congratulations, Beth, your team, Michael. I just want to thank Claudia and Brandy for being here as well, my fellow board members. And let's cut a ribbon, because that's all that's standing between me and that. So here we go. And one last thing, we are actually going live, so if you want to let people know if they want to watch the ribbon cutting, they can go to the Around the Clock Facebook page, and we're live on Facebook right now.
So we have one more thing, I think, and that's to hear from Tower Pickleball team. So people have asked, haven't they been open for a while? And it's been a year since the courts have been open. And Steve, a year ago, said, let's just wait. We'll get the bar and the restaurant open, and then we'll do a ribbon cutting. So here we are, a year later. The bar is open now. They just got their occupancies a couple weeks ago, a month ago, yeah. So I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce your team maybe and tell us a little bit about this place.
Sure.
Thanks.
You guys come on up here, all the partners. Jake, get up here.
Macy, get in there.
So, first of all, we have a lot of partners. We have 22 partners that do this together, and there's a lot of people that do a lot on a daily basis, and they'll get an opportunity to talk. Apologize for my voice. I have laryngitis. I'm not supposed to talk, but I'm going to talk anyway because that's all I do. First of all, I want to thank the town. You guys have been awesome. Sue Roby is an absolute all-star. I don't think we'd be here without her. Just her guidance, getting us through the permitting, the liquor license, and all the different things. She's been great. Beth, you've been great. The whole town's been good. And we want to thank the town, obviously, for all they've done. Michael was alluding to the fact, the 10 years was me and my partners owned this building from 2004 until 2020. And we did do a lot of transformation of this building. Some of the things I'm most proud about that we did was a lot of the local services, like the fire department used to not come in this building if there was a fire. They wouldn't come in here because it was so unsafe. And we made it a very safe place. And the doors weren't locked. Vagrants in this place. No one wanted to be in this building. So we did transform it a lot. We did get a lot of good tenants in here, and then we sold it to a friend of mine. So I'm still operating the building, but just wanted to touch base on what Michael was talking about, the 10 years. The pickleball started in 2023 at Del Frisco's. We had an idea. I put together a business plan. We met downtown and we talked about it, and we said let's go for it. So the wheels started there. But before, I'm going to go back a little more for thanks. I want to thank WACA Development and specifically my son Mickey, who built the bar. I want to definitely thank all of our partners, our team, Macy and Patty and Michaela and Beth. They do a great job. We tell them to make this the most friendly place you can come to, help everyone out, do everything you can to make their experience great. and that's what we're going to continue to do. So that's kind of our mission. So obviously, thanks to my wife for letting me come from Charlestown all the time back here. We did live in Ashland for 26, 27, whatever years, and now we live in Charlestown, but back here a lot, so what the hell? I have a car, I don't walk. You don't think I walk, do you? So, as I said, we have 22 partners. It was really interesting when we started the project. It kind of started all at PKL. Some guys were playing in a league at downtown Boston place. Went there and we were watching it, and all of a sudden one of our friends came up here and they set up a temporary court. They said, oh, we can play inside here. So we came and we looked at it, and I hired an architect and went through that whole process. Kind of did the lease, hired the staff. It was a lot because of all of us that are owners, not one of us has ever owned a bar, a recreational facility, a restaurant, or anything. This is all our third, fourth, fifth jobs. No one's working here full time doing this. It's all just kind of a passion project is kind of what we talked about. And I get a lot of help from a lot of people. So specifically, my friend Tim, Segs, Mike Borg, Bookie, you're here all the time. You need to come more. You need to get here more. You're here all the time. And just the ability to have all these guys here all the time, and it's been truly incredible. And I think we've really created a good community of what people want. Mike and I, Segs and I have talked. We sit here, the courts are full, people are playing, old ladies are banging it back and forth, and we're like, this is unbelievably cool. No, I wasn't talking about you, you're young. But just the joy that people are having, is incredible. To see the joy, to see them playing it, and to be able to do it inside is exciting. So I wanted you guys to talk a little bit about the experience and what you guys have been doing.
Yeah, Tim Gazer, I'm an investor. Thank you. I actually, once you heard that, knowing we didn't do anything, I thought the 12 months was just a trial.
There you go.
We'll see if we were going to make it before you cut a ribbon. But I'm not going to try and talk too much about the community piece because that's Mike's talking point. But that's kind of what all this is about. We've done a lot of private events that have been a huge lift for us. We're on our 5th iteration of leagues. And just to think about where we started, our first event was the Moms of Ashland. It was 24 moms in our 3rd week, and just the lift and what that took on our end, and how we didn't really know how to run an event, and just to see the operation and what Macy's been able to do, and all the events we've been able to hold in the last 30 to 45 days. We've held church groups, temple groups, birthday parties, networking events, and it's just been really special to see the different groups of people be able to come in here and leverage this facility to grow their special groups. And I'm from Ashland. My parents are from Ashland, so to be able to have this and build this as a space for the community to use as a place to hold their special events and their teams, it means a lot. So thank you guys all for coming. I'm excited to get on with year 2. Appreciate it.
And I'm Mike Rourke. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the community that we fostered here, and this default fell to me because I am here all the time. So we talked a lot about transformation. When I came into this building, into this space, I'm going to say 15 months ago, this was document storage. This was a barren warehouse that just had medical documents in it. And through Steve's vision, we've been able to go ahead and build this place and really foster a community of people that have gone from beyond just people that play pickleball together to groups of friends that now go to dinner, that now kind of form their own games. It is so rewarding to us. It's probably I would say the proudest moment for us is to see all these different friendships and how we've been able to help kind of change and enhance people's lives. So with that, let's cut that ribbon.
Well, first of all, I think that Dave, did you want to say something?
Yeah, hi everyone. David Marseglia, or Segs. My wife and I have 2 kids in the Ashland school system, a junior and 8th grader. We've been in town for about 20 years. We've all been fortunate enough to meet each other through golf in Framingham Country Club, which is where we met Steve. A lot of us were fortunate to be part owners of this building. So when Steve sold the building and he came to us and said, hey, I have an idea for pickleball, we're like, where in the hell in this building are we going to play pickleball? So, yeah, Mike said about 15 months ago, we sat in that corner in some rusty old folding chairs, and there's probably 10 of us, and 9 out of the 10 were looking around, just looking at cobwebs, scratches on the floor, holes in the wall. And Steve was just like, no, you don't understand. There's gonna be a court here, a court there, a court there. There's the bar, there's gonna be TVs, kitchen's gonna be there, there's gonna be, prep sinks, and we're just like, okay, we trust you. And here we are, 15 months later. Like Mike said, the community of people that we've kind of cultivated has been amazing. We've met so many people from Western Mass, Connecticut, Rhode Island. They all seem to come here because of the family aspect and the community that we built. So, thanks for coming.
Thank you.